Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to this week's Cosmic Energy reading. So, we're taking a look at the energies for April the 10th through until the 16th. And these energies are so beautiful for manifesting. I'm really seeing a theme of bringing together the wisdom of our heart with our analytical mind, like the two merging together. There's also a theme of finding a new balance of the feminine and masculine energies within you so they don't feel at odds, but you really feel like they can flow and work together in a way that serves your vision and your creations. So I'm going to do a day-by-day breakdown. I also have some highlights I want to share with you. Anybody that is new here, a warm welcome. My name is Kara, and every week when I do these cosmic energy readings, I'm studying the astrology, looking at the planetary shifts, and then I'm also sharing channel guidance with you from the Akashic Records. I love to support the healers, the light workers, the starseeds of this planet in getting their message out into the world, sharing their healing gifts with the planet and receiving abundantly for it, discovering the magic of co-creating with cosmic intelligence. So if that's something that resonates, be sure that you subscribe. I would love to support your journey. So a couple key things I want to touch on before we take a closer look at the day-to-day transit. So we are just coming out of a powerful full moon in Libra. What made this moon so powerful, in my perspective, is the opposition with Chiron really shining a light on the patterns at play in our life. And because this full moon was in Libra, more specifically, the patterns at play in our relationships, where we are holding on to hurt or pain, and it was supporting us in practicing forgiveness. Forgiveness sets us free. If we are holding a lot of resentment and anger, it can really weigh us down and begin to feel very dense and very heavy. But when we look at that and we realize, oh my goodness, like I'm carrying around all this baggage from my past, and we allow ourselves to be supported in healing and letting go, wow, there's so much room and space to create something different from our future. And we just feel lighter. And we're able to really look at cultivating more peace in the present moment. And the Libra full moon was really about that as well. Now, because we have Chiron conjunct the sun, it also spoke to the relationship we have with ourselves and your level of courage and confidence in really following your own path. So you probably noticed a few key themes emerging in that energy. And I did a whole video on that. So you're welcome to go back if you just want to have a deeper understanding of these full moon energies, what was at play for you, because it all fits into the bigger picture. It really does. So the other aspect I want to share with you right now is we have Pluto currently forming a T-square with the North and South node. Now, this can really have you focusing on your vision and your purpose. If you already have a lot of clarity on what that is, this can help you fine tune it even more. You may even notice some changes around it. What once lighted you up no longer does. You may recognize that you want to kind of slightly tweak certain things. If you know you're here to achieve really big work on the planet, I tend to attract people who just know they're here on purpose. They're here to enjoy this earthly experience, but they're also here to contribute to the world, creating more harmony, creating more healing, raising the vibration of this planet. So this aspect here can really help you become more clear on what the message is you're here to share at this time. What are the unique healing gifts that you are here to share? And our purpose can transform over time. So sometimes we get too in our head about it. We're like, okay, I got to sit down. What is my purpose? Instead of, what if my purpose every day is showing up in alignment with my soul truth, speaking what is on my heart, sharing my knowledge, sharing my gifts to help those around me? Like, it's often something we overthink. But this aspect here is so potent, that T-square, like it's huge. And it really can have you reflect on that. How are you showing up for your purpose work on the planet? Are you feeling aligned with that? And if not, this can bring big transformations and a big calling to just feel like it's time, no longer letting fear of visibility or judgment or feelings of not enoughness to hold you back. Like, I get a sense of you're really learning to step into your power with this aspect here. And this is going to be at play for a while, but it's definitely worth mentioning it because we're feeling it now with that recent shift of Pluto into Aquarius. So that's a big one to keep in mind. We are also approaching eclipse season. So eclipses are always a massive time of change and transformation. I always say that eclipses have a way of removing things and people from our life that have served their purpose. So we can really step into what is next. We're not just repeating patterns from the past, but we're really looking at where we're going, who is still a part of our journey and who isn't. Eclipses are huge. And what is so significant about this eclipse is it's going to be the second new moon in Aries this year, and it's going to mark the first eclipse on the Aries Libra axis, instead of the Taurus Scorpio axes, which has been at play the last couple of years. So very significant shifts coming up. If you're feeling a lot of energy moving through you, like you're recalibrating, you're not alone. You're not alone. And I'll talk more about each of these transits as they emerge. But for now, just have in the back of your mind what is coming up and that we are moving through a lot collectively. So let's take a closer look now at the breakdown for this week. So beginning with Monday, April the 10th, we started the week with the moon in Sagittarius trining the sun in Aries. So this is really fun here. There's a lot of fire energy and passion that we begin the week with. The moon in Sagittarius can be a call to welcome in more adventure into your life. And more adventure doesn't mean that you just like suddenly pack up, leave your job and decide to travel the world. Like maybe, but you can also just look at how can you add more of that excitement and adventure into your daily life? Where are you feeling fenced in? Sagittarius is the energy that craves freedom. Like this archetypal energy is don't fence me in. I want spaciousness. I want freedom. I want adventure. I want to explore. So how can you welcome more of this into your daily life? What helps you capture that essence of adventure? What does that mean for you? Now, also this archetypal energy speaks to wisdom, which happens when we take the knowledge and information we have and we embody it, we apply it. That's when it becomes wisdom. It becomes wisdom when we have experiences in our life and we take time to reflect and integrate the lessons. So there's a theme coming in around that as well. Looking at the knowledge and wisdom you have in your life and even how you can use that to support other people, how you can use that to help other people. Many of my clients, when they're looking at finding the message that they're here to share with the world, I'll help them look at the experiences they've had in their life that have been pivotal, that have helped them transform, and what did they learn from that? Because you carry certain codes of wisdom and healing that can help other people, that can activate them by simply being in your presence. But first, you have to recognize it and own it within yourself. So Tuesday, April the 11th, very powerful day here. So Tuesday, we have the sun conjunct Jupiter. This is so much optimism and joy that you can open up to. Now, with these energies, you have free will. So it's not like these energies want to be expressed and channeled through you, but you still get to do your part in opening up. So knowing on Tuesday, there's so much joy and beauty and abundance to tap into that portal. Allow yourself to experience that portal that is opening for you. This is about expansion and abundance and optimism. And the message from the records around this is remember that at your core, you are innately abundant. The illusion is scarcity. So begin to affirm that you are one with the frequency of abundance, not separate from it. It doesn't exist outside of you. When you strip away the layers and limitations and the beliefs that are rooted in lack and scarcity, you will find that your essence is one of abundance. And Tuesday is a beautiful reminder of that. Now, on Tuesday, we also have Venus moving into the sign of Gemini. And so it's been traveling through Taurus, which is its home sign. And when it moves into Gemini, there's such a playfulness to it. So a lot of creative ideas begin to come in with this cosmic shift, and just a love of knowledge and learning new things and keeping an open mind and being curious. And like, the archetypal energy of Gemini is this playfulness of a child, asking questions, being open, being curious, being willing to see things in a new light. Like, that's the vibe of Venus and Gemini. So it can be so, so helpful for anybody that is a content creator, like creating content for your audience, for your clients. It can really bring in new ideas and help reignite that spark within you. Now, on Wednesday, April the 12th, we're going to have the moon moving into Capricorn and opposing Mars, which is currently in Cancer. So this is where one of the areas we really see this balance of the masculine and feminine. So the moon in Capricorn is very practical, responsible, work-oriented, very ambitious, and it's good at putting emotions aside and doing what needs to be done, focusing on the larger mission. So, an example that I often use around this could be with like exercise and working out. In the moment, you may say, I feel really tired. I don't have the energy for that. I don't want to do that. Those are all fleeting feelings, but you may have a bigger goal and vision to feel healthy and strong in your body, to increase your energy. So you can call on this archetypal energy to say, okay, I may not feel like it in this moment, but what is my larger vision? And how can I take actions that align me to that vision? Because that's what I'm going to be proud of at the end of the day, that I took actions that got me closer to the life I want to live. And not even just in the future, but moment to moment, when you take actions that are aligned with your core values and the vision you have in your heart, instead of just fleeting emotions, you're going to feel a sense of confidence in yourself as well. So this opposition here with Mars and Cancer, Mars traveling through Cancer, you may have found the last week that you've been feeling extra emotional. Mars and Cancer, it gets us in touch with our emotions. The Cancerian energy is the opposite of Capricorn. So it's very connected to feeling, how I feel, emotion. And, that opposition is about finding the balance. So yes, we want to take actions that are aligned with our vision more than fleeting emotions, but we also don't want to shove down our emotions and put them in a little box and never look at them. We also want to be nurturing with ourselves, caring with ourselves, aware of how we feel, not bypassing our emotions. So that's really coming into effect on Wednesday, that awareness there. And we also have the moon trining Mercury. So love this for new ideas, like all week. All week, there can be these new creative ideas coming in, and you want to take action on them. Like, this energy is also very grounding. They don't just stay in the field as a possibility, but you take a look at, what can I do today to actualize this, to take this from just a dream, a thought, a possibility into a manifested reality. That's what we're really focusing on this week. Now, Thursday, April the 13th, we have the moon sextiling Neptune. I absolutely love the Neptunian energy. And I think the way a lot of people talk about it is not acknowledging the highest expression and essence of it. So we often hear about Neptunian energy being associated with confusion and a lack of boundaries. And sure, it can be, but also in the highest essence, it's about dissolving limitations. It's about discovering the joy of creating in the void, in the field of infinite possibility, where we are not limited and weighed down by unhelpful fears and collective beliefs, and we are just remembering who we are. So this energy on Thursday is about tapping into higher levels of consciousness. It's about transcending the self-imposed limitations you may have set on yourself and just opening up to what is really possible. And what else is possible when I co-create with my spirit team, when I trust my heart, when I stop telling stories that it's hard or I'm not worthy or I can't do it, and I remember who I am, you open up to so many beautiful possibilities. Love that energy. Now, later in the day on Thursday, and some of this will depend, of course, on the time zone that you're in as well. But the moon is going to move into Aquarius and conjunct Pluto. So all day on Thursday, this can be a very transformative day if you're willing to put aside those old beliefs, those unhelpful stories, and you're willing just to entertain that you are a very powerful creator and that what you desire is possible to manifest. And it's time to start claiming it. It's time to tell stories that empower you and reflect your brilliance and your beauty and what you're here to do on the planet, not stories that hold you back. So really fun energy there. Now, Friday, we have Venus square Saturn. So Saturn energy here brings structure. Anytime Saturn comes in, there is a sense of structure and discipline. So squaring Venus, Venus is about what you love in the world. So this is about taking what you love and creating a strategy and plan to bring it to fruition, which is really what manifestation is all about. It's allowing ourselves to tap into the vision we have, the things that we desire, and we don't even need to know the how, of course. I feel called to say that we don't need to know all the steps in the how. Anytime we say we need to know the how, we actually take ourselves out of the field of potential and possibility, and we limit ourselves to what we currently are consciously aware of. So we don't need to know the how, but this is about looking at taking things from just a dream and a desire and start claiming them as the new standard for your life. Start claiming and seeing yourself as somebody who embodies the energy of wealth, who embodies the energy of freedom, who embodies the energy of big impact. Whatever it is you desire, begin to embody it and live it. Don't just see it like floating, right? Don't just leave it floating as a possibility in the ethers. Align with it, connect with it, anchor that energy in. So Friday is really, really good for that. Now, I love the energies this weekend as well. So Saturday, we have the Aquarius moon sextiling Jupiter and the sun. This is really fun. So still in Aries season here, Jupiter is in Aries. This is a lot of passion and excitement. And the Aquarius moon is the visionary. So again, this theme of taking your vision and bringing it to life and having confidence in who you are and what you're able to offer. And I'll talk to my private clients about this all the time, and we'll do work around this in the records of really like claiming your space, not waiting for somebody else to give you permission, but knowing like infinite intelligence flows through you. Like you have wisdom to share, you have gifts to share, and to be courageous enough to step up and claim it. So Saturday is really good for that. Now, the energies on Sunday here, we have the moon moving into Pisces. So this is more about the energy of being. It's very romantic. So we do have a conjuncting Saturn though. So again, I love that connection of the ethereal with the physical, because anything Saturn touches, it brings form to and structure to. And Pisces is ruled by Neptune. So again, it's that like ethereal energy. It's the energy of ideas, of transcending limitations, but then Saturn comes in and helps us bring structure to those ideas. So again, this could be seen as a merging of the masculine, of the courage to take action, with the feminine, the idea. And the feminine loves to create as well. Sometimes there's this misconception that the feminine is just super passive, but it loves to create. Like it create, like that's its essence. The essence is that creativity and that desire to contribute. So beautiful energies for this week ahead. Really, really good for just focusing on any of the current goals that you have, the intentions that you have, the things that you're manifesting, and really creating with this energy to move it into motion, to really begin to build that momentum, and to ask yourself each day, like, what is one step I can take today? You don't need to know all the steps, but what is one step you can take today that is aligned with your vision, that is aligned with what lights you up? So you're also not taking a lot of action out of this sense of obligation, or I have to. that equals burnout. And we're like, I have to show up, or I have all these obligations and commitments that no longer light me up. Like that will deplete your life force energy. So this week is also about coming back to what lights me up, what brings me that feeling of joy, what do I value, what is my purpose, and like stay in your lane. I feel that message really coming in from the Akashic Records for you. Stay in your lane. A lot of confusion and indecision comes in when we look too much outside of ourselves at what other people are doing, trying to get everybody else's opinion. Yes, ask people's opinion that you love and respect and who are an embodiment of what you desire to create as well. But at the end of the day, you're the ultimate authority over your life. So look a little more inward and trust the wisdom that's being revealed, and you'll have a lot more clarity on your path. So I'm going to attach some helpful links below. My one and only Instagram account will be below. My one and only. I know so many of you have reported different spam accounts. So my one and only account will be below. Also, if you would like to join me in the inner circle, we do new and full moon ceremonies all the time. You also have access to exclusive content. So there's content that I create just for people in that space around exploring your Akashic records, around connecting to your purpose work on the planet, recalibrating your energy to abundance and overflow and pleasure and receiving. It's an incredible community as well of light workers who are doing just amazing things on the planet. So I'll attach that link below as well. And we'll be doing lots of work around the upcoming eclipse. So if you want to get in on that ceremony, that's part of the inner circle too. All right, I am sending you all so much love. Have fun playing in this week's energies, and I will see you soon.